My name is Pauline Holmes, and I was asked to share about how the Pregnancy Center began 40 years ago and why I became involved. We really had no idea where to begin, but we knew something had to be done. In 1984, we hired our first director, formed a board of directors, and began searching for a location.
And I had some friends who were part of other churches who began to talk about doing something about this problem. And I had one particular friend in Ashland who I talked with often about what they were doing. And God just really started moving in my own heart about the issue and how to address it. Many people responded. I don't remember how many, but I interacted with those people after the service, and I said, if you're really serious about doing something about this, let's get together and talk about it. And about 3 or 4 gals met me later, and we started from there.
My job was to be, at that time we were called counselors. We provided 3 services, 3 basic services. There was no nurse at that time.
It was not anything like I thought it would be, and the ladies there were real faith-based is a good word, and I mean I had heard about it at church, so I wasn't surprised by that, but I was surprised by how sold out that they were.
When I went to the training sessions, they were incredibly helpful and opened my eyes in ways they needed to be opened. And there was a lot of encouragement each time as I spoke with a girl or a woman who would come in. So it felt like God was saying, try this, I will be with you.
Our first location was Overholt House, and that was in 1984. That was the location they secured for the first office. And that was kind of small, it just had a couple rooms, and but it served our purpose. And we actually did our pregnancy tests in the closet. It was a walk-in closet, and we used all the space that we had there.
I would almost always ask the woman, well, do you know who the father is to be? Is he to be involved? Because I felt that was important, because that was so often, and still is, missing in families. The fathers are missing. But they seemed to enjoy coming as well, and you know, you could answer questions for them and get them maybe a little more excited. And sometimes I learned too that a woman would come in and say, well, I want an abortion, or I want to give it up for adoption, but the father did not. And this way you have a chance to discuss that. What decisions could you make here?
For some time, I had thought about the Pregnancy Care Center and how I thought they needed an ultrasound machine. By the next year, had enough money to do that. And I can remember the day that we took that check to the Pregnancy Care Center that was located at the corner of Cleveland Road and Highland Avenue at that point, and gave the check to Karen No and her staff. And I remember hearing about the first women who decided not to abort their babies because they saw the picture of their baby and heard their beating heart. How rewarding, how much joy that brought. And of course, the center has just continued to grow since then and has become what it is today.
There certainly is a mission that the Pregnancy Care Center has, but it does include caring about both people, the mother and the child, and has from the very beginning, I think because of Pastor Bob's clear and biblical explanation of the value of life. We knew about the baby, but it was made clear through each director of the center and all the training that was received that we also care about the mother.
You accept that person and you learn about them, and you try to focus the information that you give. Everything is geared toward what are the needs of this person and how can I meet that need?
We want to be that person that welcomes them back. We want to be that person that doesn't give up on them. Many of us have those lives where we've done things we can't take back, but someone was there to show us that we can we don't have to hit the bottom. We can look up. We can start over. God loves them and forgives them, and it's just our heart to represent Him in all that He's called us to do.